How you doing, YouTube? It's your boy Queez, and today we have a topic talking about the true, the true problem with this world and where everyone's heart is like, and how we take life for granted. A lot of us, we all truly do. I was having a conversation with my wife yesterday about homeless people, and I was having a conversation with God this morning about it as I was asleep, and he put it upon my heart to just post it. And I'm like that makes sense. Ooh, excuse me. Mm. Um, like, where do I really begin? Um, this world is nuts. We really take everything for granted. We don't worry about the stuff that's important. Like people don't look from perspective and realize, like, I know everybody hear this, but like, you can literally be homeless, bro. Like, the only reason why you're not is because you were born in a better circumstance, or and the fact that God has kept you from that. Like, all it takes is 1 second. Like, generally 1 second. It takes one incident. It takes one of any and everything to put you in the same position a homeless person is in. What makes you so different? Those who are addicts, what makes you are an addict with money. What makes you so different than a homeless person without money? You're gonna say the money. That's what a rational, a person who thinks off of logic would say. But nothing, because y'all are just alike. Y'all are both humans being in this world that bleed blood. Your life is just as precious as theirs. So why is that when we see a homeless person, we don't realize that they, their everyday life, they depend on us. They depend on us. And yeah, you can be like, hey, why don't they just get a job? You thought because they're homeless and have no one that they're not depressed, they lack motivation. Plus, we, as people, regular people with money and with substance, with something to live for, yet we still depressed. We lack motivation. Oh, we ain't got it today. Well, guess what you do got? You got words, a power of the tongue that lifts someone up. Yet with the power of your tongue, you look in your eyes, you looking down on these people. You saying to yourself in your heart, ugh. You saying ill. You saying, oh, I don't got it. No, you do got it. You got well enough of it. Honestly, you got too much of it. Too much pride. You got too much stinginess in your heart. So you got too much of something and not enough of nothing. Which is me saying you need to put yourself and look in their shoes. Imagine what they've been going through for the past month or year or even just a week of homelessness. You have not been there. Heck, I haven't been there, but I can say I dang near been there. But guess who saved me? God. He kept me from fully being there. And God's providing for them homeless people through us. each and every day. Not just the church people, not just the Christian, not just a religious group, but us as human beings. Where are your morals at? Why do we think, like, how could you genuinely just sit there and look in disgust at another human being for being homeless? I've seen some things in my life, and I see and I hear the words of just how folks will look at someone else for having less than, and will look at them in a way of just disgust and just in pity, instead of like, dang, bro, I really feel bad. Let me try to lift them up with some words of encouragement or with a prayer. But instead, it's a ill, nah, or talking to them in a crazy manner, or as if they the worst thing in the world, the biggest new disease to come out. Like, bro, you gotta be ashamed of yourself, bro. And then to sit up here and look up to a millionaire and be like, man, they really came from rags to riches. You know how cringy that sound, bro? They came up from nothing, but actually living in a home. They said they live in the street, but yet they were in a home their whole life. I lived in poverty my whole life, still living in it. But I'm not finna ever compare, because you know what threshold I never crossed? Being homeless. That's who you're supposed to look up to, because each and every day they live in that. I ain't saying you have to look up to them, but just look at them. That's where strength actually is. The fact that they're surviving in the wilderness each and every single day. That's where true strength lies. Right there, and all they need is a little motivation. No matter if they are an addict, because a lot of them didn't choose that lifestyle. Some folks generally be born into that. It be through the bloodline, bro. Spiritual warfare. A whole lot of, bro. It's too much to bear. We generally don't see the true issue in this world is the lack of love. And that's truly what I'm just here to get at. The lack of love in this world, but the amount of hatred we can pour into somebody from being different or for not looking up to par, and how much value we put into ourselves each and every day. Y'all gotta be ashamed, bro. Like, and it really took a lot for me to look at myself and be like, dang, I've been there. Because I have. I used to look at homeless people, and I done done my fair share of like, real naughty words towards them, like, and the bad and the evil seeking out towards them. Like, get this bum away from me. And we say stuff like that. We see someone with like genuine illness. That is an illness. But yeah, we the real sick ones. We homeless because we don't got no passion, no empathy, no love towards those who are lacking in this world, who need the push. But we here to elevate those who don't need it. You elevating someone who already up there. Why not elevate someone who's down? Why are you elevating someone who already got the motion and a plan and a mindset and everything that they don't need, when there's people out here who do need it? what's wrong with this world? Where are your morals? Where's your mindset? Where's your heart posture? Someone who already got the game plan. But when it comes to those who need that dollar, who need a meal, you gonna get them a McDonald's meal, but you ain't eat McDonald's yourself. What happened to going to actually get someone some fruit? Something that's gonna nourish their heart, that's gonna clean their system, taking them to get that detox. But you'll detox yourself before someone else. And I ain't saying like loving on yourself. That ain't never what this message is about, but it's about filling someone else up. I ain't saying you gotta care for the whole world, but this message is to the whole world to think about someone else. Think about those who are less fortunate. Because that junk truly will drive me nuts to sit here and realize how much time and concentration we would put into investing our lives into a celebrity who been up, reposting their pictures, reposting their music, supporting someone with millions and thousands. But when it comes to those on the side of the road, it's like I ain't got it. I ain't got time out today, but you got time out today to scroll through social media and be like, hey, look at Sukiyana, look at Sexy Red. Oh, let me give my attention to each and every person besides those who actually need the attention, who needs the love. This ain't about the small creators. This is generally about those who are in need. Why are we acting like depression and lack of motivation stops when people are homeless? Just because they are drugged out. You don't know what happened. You don't know their story to sit here and say, man, it ain't my problem. They shouldn't done what they done. You shouldn't done what you done. How about that? You shouldn't made that mistake when you got pregnant. Hmm? You shouldn't got addicted to Zot. You shouldn't got addicted to whatever you're addicted in. Imagine someone saying that. Because it's something we all truly addicted to. Like, it's just worse for them. Even if they are addicted to something, help them out. Ain't none of us out here supposed to be idolizing nothing. We ain't supposed to worship nothing but God. You ain't even gotta believe. You supposed to, but you ain't even gotta believe. But have some type of empathy and love. Cause if I get to preaching, y'all ain't gonna love it. But I preach about God. But I mean, at the end of the day, I am, cause He is love. Who that jump made me so mad? Cause at the end of the day, bro, y'all be in your own worlds thinking that's the way to live. That ain't passion. That ain't love. That ain't right. Give yourself some time and realize, have perspective, and just realize what truly goes on and what lies upon in this world. It ain't pretty. It ain't sweet. Show some compassion to those who are in need. Peace, love, positivity, man. Glory be to God, and have a blessed day.